If you lack awareness, you have shown disrespect to your spiritual teacher, reverently present an offering to him and seek his forgiveness. Then in the future, such harms and plagues will not befall you. Since your spiritual teacher is a Buddha, disrespect cannot offend him, cannot anger him in the ultimate way. Therefore, if you repent and beg for his forgiveness, immediately he will say, yes, I accept. Immediately. Then by the force of your faith, respect, devotion, you need not experience any misfortune. The beneficial effects of a wholehearted commitment to your spiritual teacher and the dire consequences of a breach of it are not rewards and punishments from a godly master. They follow directly from cause and effect. Your spiritual teacher is the focal point for your practice leading to enlightenment. The more committed you are towards the state of perfection he represents, the closer you come towards this goal. Despising him can only take you further away into darkness and ignorance. It has been taught that for the teacher to whom you have pledged your word of honor to visualize as your meditational deity, you should willingly sacrifice your wife, your children, even your life. Although these are not easy to give away, is there need to mention your fleeting wealth. Any guru will never ask for your wife, will never ask for your wealth, will never ask for this. It is not actually offering your wealth, your guru, your wife, your possessions. It is the will and total commitment and faith that you are able to if you are asked. Of course, you will never be asked. But it is that state of mind that you have detached, that you are able to. But of course, a guru will never ask that of you. What guru is going to say, can I have your wife? That's crazy. And some of the wives we don't want. Just kidding. But it is a state of mind that is able to, that has so much faith and trust. When Abraham was asked to sacrifice his only son to God, of course God is not going to take his only son. But Abraham was willing to sacrifice his only beloved son, his own flesh and blood on the altar to God. And at the last moment before the knife was plunged into the son, God said, stop. That is the same. As I told you, all religious practice is the same. It manifests in a different way. Such practice of offering can confer even Buddhahood on a zealous disciple in his very lifetime. Otherwise, it might be difficult to attain in countless millions of lives. Aeons. Always keep your word of honor. Always make offerings to the enlightened ones. Always make offerings also to your spiritual guide, for he is the same of the Buddhas. If you are to make an offering to the altar or to your guru, it will be better to your guru. Why? Because he is the Buddha for you. He is the one that teaches you. He is the one that guides you. And if you visualize him as the Buddha and you offer to him as the Buddha, it is the same that you are visualizing a piece of stone, a piece of wood, a piece of brass as the Buddha. If you can offer a glass of water, towels, and flowers to that statue and collect merit, why can't you collect it by offering it to your guru? It is a matter of faith and knowing the difference, that there is no difference. It is your view. By making offerings to your guru, he will actually drink it and you will collect the merits. By offering wealth to your guru, he will actually use it for the Dharma. By having this kind of devotion that you can offer everything material that you have without a blink of an eye to your guru, shows your lack of attachment, your destruction of miserliness, and the higher states of enlightenment that you have already come near and achieved. It is a reflection of your own mind. When you have reached that state, you have no need for wealth or anything. It will spontaneously come to you. It will spontaneously come. Those who wish to attain the inexhaustible state of Buddha's wisdom body should give to their teacher whatever they find themselves pleasing, from the most trifling objects to those best qualities. If you have something excellent, that should be offered to your guru. If you have 2 flowers, the nicer big one you keep, the smaller, the skinnier one that's dying, the one the leaves that fall, you say, oh, my beautiful guru, oh, wonderful practice, oh, give me a enlightenment offer up to him. He's not stupid. What you give is what you get. So cliche, huh? Giving to your teacher is the same as making continual offerings to all the Buddhas. From such generosity, much positive potential is gathered. From such collection comes the supreme actual attainment of Buddhahood. Making offerings to your spiritual teacher as representative of all the Buddhas is extremely important. Such generosity is symbolic of your total dedication to achieve Buddhahood. If because of miserliness or selfishness you hold back from giving what you find most pleasing and offer only what you do not want for yourself, how can you promise to give yourself totally for the work of benefiting all sentient beings? It's just a farce. It's just a lie. Without any attachment, you must be willing to sacrifice everything for your attainment of enlightenment. Through your teacher, the offering mandala symbolizes this dedication to your body, speech, and mind, even the entire universe. If you are poor like Jesu Milarepa, it does not matter that you do not have riches to offer. What is important is that your state of mind and willingness to sacrifice anything for the sake of your spiritual teacher, enlightening all sentient beings. The offering then is your practice, but if you have wealth, you must never hesitate to use it for building up positive potential. There are three types of offerings to your guru. Offering of material gifts, offering of material items, offering of service. And the best out of the three, and the one that your guru actually expects and wants, is the offering of your spiritual practice. If you have taken refuge, you decrease hateful, bad states of mind, delusions, you decrease that. You offer that up to your guru. You have recited the prayer of Heart Sutra 1,000,000 times. You offer up that to your guru. You have gotten rid of anger. You offer that up to your guru. Your guru wants your practice. Out of the three, we should do all three, but the main one is practice. The main one. If you do not do the main one practice and you just give material things, you do get merits. You do get positive potentials, and you are making relationship with the Buddha, but it is not the purpose of guru devotion. That is not the purpose. And the gurus, once they get the offerings, will be like a tiger looking at a grass. He's not going to eat it. He doesn't care. He doesn't look. He doesn't care. Whatever offerings you give up to your guru, he probably will not care because he's not attached. And he might just turn around and give it away immediately because he's not attached. But once you have offered up to your guru, you shouldn't be attached. What happened to the item I gave him? He gave it away to her, and I don't like her. Then you have lost the whole point. When you offer up to your guru, you have collected the merit. Whatever he does with it, throws it out the window, gives it to your enemy, doesn't matter anymore. It shows your attachment. Therefore, a disciple with good qualities of compassion, generosity, moral self-control, and patience should never regard his spiritual teacher as different from Buddha Vajradhara. Buddha, same, Vajradhara. Your spiritual teacher, the meditational deities, and Vajradhara, the form Buddha assumes in the tantras, are all the same in nature. They are exactly the same. They are like a single person in a drama, changing masks and costumes and playing different roles. The same is true if you have many teachers. You must regard them all as Buddhas, differing only in face he wears. The ability to see your spiritual teacher is not different from Buddha Vajradhara depends on your motivation. If you have developed an enlightened motive of bodhicitta, you are striving to become a Buddha yourself in order to be able to benefit others. The stronger this motive, the more the thought of enlightenment comes to pervade your mind completely. Thinking only of enlightenment and ways to achieve it, you will automatically be able to see your spiritual teacher in terms of this state because nothing else will be in your mind. The more you wish to attain enlightenment, the clearer you see the necessity for your teacher to be a Buddha. Thus, with strong compassion of wishing others never to suffer, you can commit yourself easily and with joy. Through the practice of perfection and generosity, the discipline of moral self-control, patience, and so forth, centered around your spiritual teacher, you will then be able to attain his state. You should never tread on even your teacher's shadow because the fearsome consequences are the same as destroying a stupa. Is there need to mention never stepping on or over his shoes or sitting in the place or riding on his mount? You should never sit in your teacher's seat. You should never use your teacher's items. You should never use your teacher's shoes, his clothes, his place, his bed, his sheets, his throne. You should never even tread over it. You should treat it with great respect as an object of offering, which it is. If your guru is that holy, surely his items are holy. You should even respect his entourage, his servants, if he's a lay guru, his wife, his children with respect. By showing the things that are close to him with respect, the people that work for him with respect, you are showing him respect. Without them, how can the guru work? Without them, how can the guru function completely? In fact, they are examples of pure guru devotion and exemplary and examples for you to follow. How can you put down examples that you should emulate and follow? Even your guru's wife, if he's lay, should be respected. Even his children and his servants should be respected. The great Milarepa, whose teacher was a lay person called Marpa, Marpa was a very enlightened person. He had a wife called Damema. When the wife would go milk the cows, Milarepa himself would jump into the mud and have her step on his back so that her feet does not touch the mud so she can milk the cows. Out of deep respect for his guru. He saw his guru and the wife is inseparable. Same respect. That's how he became enlightened in one lifetime. To respect our guru, his items, his personal possessions, his things, his entourage, his family, his close ones, all we should respect as much as we respect the guru. You should never walk ahead of the guru. You should never talk senselessly to the guru. When he comes in, one should rise. Every time, all the time. When he sits, you may sit. When he stands, you must stand. You must not carelessly sit there and spread eagle yourself on the floor and watch your guru go back and forth like a show. When he stands up, you stand up. When he sits, he sits. When he eats, you eat. You don't sit in front of him and bunch away. Hey guru, what dharma teaching are we having tonight? No respect. It shows your lack of respect toward what he is doing. And do not argue near him. Do not argue with him. Do not argue with others around him. Do not disturb his mind with your delusions. The reason he's there is to control your delusions. So if you're practicing delusion next to him, what's the point? When he's there, you should control yourself to the best of your ability and not argue, fight, and do negative things and negative actions around him. It is training for you. So once you do it, twice you do it, 3 times you do it, you can apply it anytime later on. You have trained yourself. You should not have an arrogant attitude toward your guru. It will become a major hindrance to your attainment of Buddhahood. Buddhas do not have arrogance. Arrogance and Buddhas are gyawa or opposites. If you have arrogance, you cannot be a Buddha. Very simple. Who is the best person to practice destruction of arrogance? Your guru, who gives you the Dharma. So one should not sit in his place. One should not use his items. One should not tread ahead of him. When he walks in, when she walks in, one should stand up with respect, with your head bowed. You are respecting not only that person, but the Dharma that person has conveyed to you. Think about it. Is it logical?